kanamete tuni ni kho hin county district lang thulela chan ho to ni pi ho chan hin khomandan thuwa chomkhat ga khowin khom ki na ki ve aji chu kangoi kho sung supermena modung cycle le mo khong tuilang lang ho se si hi alanga duty ki pu na jong sotan ni pi gan thei na hi adia ukeng ne ho milong sung ko ho CSU len pe na anayu UNC 10 ban ahin koluwa adia milong mi gu bho ki thana thua economic blockade abolo ki zom jingji hin hilanga se bain Lhang Gimnei lang di hi zapi gan theina sang thlai jeng ta na hi adia leilon wai phei di hi ukeng ne milong sung ku ho mi gu thilong hilang thanga kuna muda o hi ji in ukeng ne hon phat khat le abulu wa su boyu ti ta lovin security force on tanti nei lovin operation abol jing ta ben koi hi jong le ku ki chapa khat le ni chu mat do a alo le kap dia hi chi holo hi mi that ho ti a ngo na sima center le state government happy na dia thilgon to gon anei jing jeng ziwe hin athang mi pi ho hi again thei naw sambal jing tan insung khat chu azipa duty po a apan le aloinu chu suna sipai ho chalo na ho ve tup dia duty apan te ngai na to na ding talo sumuna ding sumlo na ji talo nele cha ha ma ma jing nele cha cha sun jong thilman san ji a cho zo hoi hi talo dukan hon la thilum lo ji a zo diong anei thapo win hitia gen thei ha sa I tho na ho hi milong ho le e sante hon la akipa pi ma kidwin meipu mei chang hoi ta na nei wa nele cha na nei lo le ipia nehin go no hitam tin social media dunga eizon ho za jing win meli gal inei zowa hitabang Lhangin thil ki to hi namlam kai hon iti solve no bol good wa alternative ding khat iti ngai to a pha ham ti hi gel kho ding pen chu a hi than hi akala in I ho sunga jong business ball akive hon thil ala ule zakhatna ala uzong jani chang asa kituvin thilman zo si jong thil ki mu lo to akimu kham jong I ho ki ka akini to pan kita ven nungdan ta te wang chu hi kituvin hi alang khana pama adam lo ho le college kai ho lut le pot ding he thei lo je in state government to ki ho to a security force on Infal airport ge escort abolowa ahung kile ho jong kangui mot bung ho ge ahin pu ji ho jong e san tele ukeng ne ho het na a jin ni khan ni yong chun ukeng ne ho chun makhan namdilong kanglam tom di a anatingovin lampi jo sa lo di agut ji un lamhlong ho chu anatingovin JCB kisan lampi tin in anamanguvin ahin akiphin ho lampi ting ho chu security forces on tear gas anakap khomovin mili jong anamanovin hiti chun anaboi khle jingovin hi ahin aphalo khachu airport na chi na thei ho hitia het do ji uhin tu a hi lampi hi dei bangin mancha thei hi tapon chithu hin I ho lang mi pi ho jing jong along gelo akibung khen lampi lamtha na thei phasalo loyong chu na umda pu nele cha jong hi SP kampu pi le ko tu in assurance nei jowa panin jong tuni ge hin ho kuki jo cha te adinga nele cha ki po ho zo si chu phailanga pana hongki po zo si chu kangla tombi namdilong mona gari atingobin aso tha pi jingobin nele cha mala lole ai ho ki san jong ahin po do sa to powin achunglang dimapur langa kuna hungjo si jong snaputi ating cha khe jingobin national highway 2 a hi eho ding hitia ga ta a khawang wa hi esan ho nele cha ding hi su boina behila chu phaisunglang damlebit na ki palhungjing chu hi ki nen athang mi te hin ama ho ding nele cha amu lo wang wa agal mi te ho nele cha ding hongki po ho hi upai umlo je na chu amo bet jeng chu hi ta na hi itabang hin kho ki man lai ta hin Lhang nei langa MLA pu hau klet kip gen saitu MLA pale CSO so phab chun Manipur CM khiam chan chu gamsungin mon ha sat be set je chun anakimu pikit win he jo chun CM khiam chan en jong Manipur hin chamna all in ang tan kukiten jong hitam na ding adei tawin lampi ho hondo thinga nela cha jong pate alhuna ding dol thungpan ta ding chile airport jong monthei a hi na ding thu na sein hitia hlangim nei langa MLA pale siasa son siam pa ga ki mu pi thu social media ho a hung viral pha chun really ki chi ni chun lamkalang kukin pi manipura lamkai lobo kha chun kukin pi manipurin cho thu hi aki he phapun soljong ki sol poi tin ana sein kukin pi manipur jong hitabang ho thu a hin pan ala lo naw PR ain bolwin su theng na en nei win hi ake sei nom pen chu afanga nammi pi hitia gen thei tho lai ta hi lamkai ho chang hi press release in ana boy kit win khanin PR ki su chu ata hi tin khanin fake hi tin counter recounter aki boy naw chu mu thein social media dunga ana umin za za bang chu na thlein ahin aki za chat pi thau jong le nampi gen theina a dinga ki do do na phat chom na ding ahi le bang chun ho aki sapun tu ge hin bang phat chom na ima aki he hi lai na hi lungdon ta khat chu hichi thlangim nei langa hin MLA thum inei win khat chu phalesele deputy chief minister jong hina la hi in athanga dinga imacha abol poi tin hilowin abol do jong sei thei tampi nante hi jong le a constituency bi a nela cha ho kisan akwai thing pe zo lo hi lungdon ta khat chu hi deputy chief minister hi ji a chu japi chu free a hop di ti na jong hi pon ahin aki cho ding tho tho jong kimulo anchang gas lo le ai cho diong kimuzo ta lo kilhana constituency so do tan popular government ki joma deputy chief minister kila je a constituency te khangto pe na ki heading khat chu akale lang be so do tan aban election a kaina ding bang khat aneya BJP in deputy chief minister akona chief minister dinmuna promotion ape ujong le hitia a consensus in genthei ha sat athu wang hi koinjong chief minister tu ding ade diong ta sanam tapon hi ahin sangem nei lang hi koiman tu ge ya avot thla na rights a franchise ama dei ta amang a kha lo lai ding jong hi ta sanum ta khat chu hi kinin hi che thu ho hi ha sei jong lai hi ki san dinga jong hi sei thelo din mun ki ding hi in tuni kho hin ha sei da mai jing ta hitin nampi lamkai di ta khatwang hi hlangin angai chat mong mong chu hi ta hi alang khana nampi ha sat na le gen thein ho jing jing ji hin tuni chun kuki jo council in lamka press conference press bit and a navy nampi in tukala thilki to ho don le daya lo na le government ko ma kuki jo chaten angai chat ho me na anei naw pu henlin thang waiphei gazette si president le pu ginjawal jong amanin holim na anei hlamin ahin pu ginjawal jong holim na press statement ho hi ga nga yo hitin tunia dingin hechen hi sautin hechen hin chaita hi tv
Chairman KZC. Today, the Kukizo Council is organizing this press conference to express and to draw attention from the government of India, the government of Manipur, and the general public that a series of development that have caused deep concern for us, for the Kukizo people, which erode the confidence that we have with the administration and the government. So, our chairman has already summarized some of the points. I will like to go through the points one by one. And we'll be handing out this press handout after the press conference to all the media people. The first point I would like to point out is on equal justice and accountability for all victims. Like our chairman said, we condemn the killing of the 6 Naga hostages. The incident was unacceptable and it was neither authorized or approved by any of Kukizo organization or leaderships. So those responsible for killing the 6 hostages, Naga hostages, must be identified and brought to justice through a transparent and fair investigation. At the same time, we would like to point out that there's a killing of 14 innocent Kukizau people, including the 3 pastors, by suspected NSCN-IM and ZUFK militants since 11 March 2026. So these 14 Kukizau that were killed do not receive the kind of attention which the 6 Naga hostages received. And there is no urgency and investigation in trying to find out the culprit who are behind the killing of these 14 Kukizau people. So at the same time, not only 14 Kukizau lives have been lost, there are more than 45 houses in 8 Kukizau villages were burned by the same group of people. So in this press handout, we have attached annexer, the list of the 14 people that are killed. The details of that you will find it in the attachment. Also, I'd like to point out that we appreciated the United Naga Council UNC in releasing the 14 Kukizau hostages, and we are really thankful for that. At the same time, we also need to understand and point out that on 10 March 2026, 21 Naga hostages were held by Kukizau groups, but on the request of the people of the government, as a gesture of goodwill, we have released these 21 Naga hostages also. So both the group, the Kukizau side and the Naga side, did demonstrate their good gestures in showing restraints and goodwill at these critical moments. So justice must be applied to all communities, irrespective of which community they are from. The culprit must be booked or investigated, and equal justice must be given. There should not be like you're not paying attention or not giving enough investigation or attention to the Kukizau people. So the justice or the investigation has to apply to all communities, irrespective of who they are. I'd like to come to point number 2, which is about selective security operations and harassment of villagers. So recently we have seen harassment, intimidation by security forces operation in the name of operation. Many villages and villagers have been harassed and intimidated. And I would also like to point out that security forces, including CRPF, Cobra, and other paramilitary units, have conducted operations in sensitive area like the Ebenezer camp, the Su camp, and Leilon villages without proper coordination with the concerned leaders of the SO group or with the village authority. So such kind of action undermine the confidence of the people, and these lead to unnecessary tension on the ground, and also it lowers the confidence of the people in the government. Also, after the killing of the 6 Naga hostages, we also noticed that security, there are extensive security operations in the Kukizau area. At the same time, there are very little action taken against the Naga militants like NSCN-IM and ZUF Kamsang group, who are suspected to be responsible for the killing of the 14 Kukizau people. So there should not be any selective security operation. The operation has to be done on all sides. Let me come to point number 3. failure to protect Kukizov villages, and questions of administrative accountability. KZC is very concerned over the continued attack of the Kukizov villages, especially in Kangpopi areas. In this regards, the SP of Kangpopi, Sri Rahul Gupta, is reportedly, we receive a report that he is not stationing in Kangpopi district. He seems to be stationed in other places. As the head of law and order institution, he is expected to station in Kangpopi and protect the people of Kangpopi. However, things seems to be opposite. As he was not stationed in Kangpopi, many villages under Kangpopi district received many attacks. Some villages are burned, and at least 4 or 5 people lost their lives. So this is a concern. So administrative of the district administration need to be accountable also, need to take responsibility, and they need to protect the people in their districts. Let me come down to point number 4, which is about denial of medical access and humanitarian concern. So on 15 June 2026, early in the morning, Leilon village was under attack by suspected NSCN, IM and ZUF-K militants. 3 Kukizov youths were seriously injured, and they were brought to RIMS hospital in Imphal. And among the 3 people, one of the injured was Pagolal Chongloy, who is the member of Mohan Bagan Super Giant Club. And at this time, we got a report that his injury is very serious, and he needs to be taken to a higher medical facility for advanced treatment, owing to the severity of his injury. So as we all know, when these 3 Kukizov youth were brought to RIMS in Imphal, there was a huge protest against their treatment, and they were not allowed treatment in the hospital in the capital of Manipur. And eventually, the security forces have to transfer them to Churachandpur District Hospital in the early hour of the day. So this is a serious concern. It indicates that the Kukizov people do not receive equal treatment in Manipur. So healthcare is all should be accessible by everyone, despite of the community they are from. But in this case, the Kukizov people cannot enjoy the medical facility in public institution during this difficult time. Point number 5 is about continued economic and humanitarian hardships. The Kukizov people, particularly in the district of Kangpopi, Ukhrul and Kamjong district, continue to suffer immense hardship in terms of essential commodities due to the ongoing disruption of transportation and supplies. There are reports which indicate that Kukizov villages such as Chasat and IC in Kamjong district, they were prevented from buying essential commodities by the member of the Tangkhul Naga community. Also, we got a report that people from Kotlin and Leilon areas of Kangpopi district do not receive any kinds of supplies from outside. So, if someone is denied buying of essential commodities or food, and it is violating, it is a grave violation of our fundamental rights, and this is a serious violation. The Kukizov people are being denied as something which is as simple as essential commodities. So this is a violation of our fundamental rights. So currently the road are being blocked in two locations. One in both of them are in a Naga dominated areas in Senapati one, and secondly in Namdilong, which is in Imphal West district. So this is severely affecting the transportation of food, medicine, fuel and other essential commodities. So as a result, the Kukizo civilians are facing serious humanitarian challenges, with many families struggling to access even the most basic necessity of life. I would like to recall that whenever the Kukizo community do a highway blockage, the authority, especially the security forces, are being deployed quickly, and we are asked to clear the roads and restore movement. What we would like to question here is that why similar action has not been taken to ensure free and unhindered movement through the routes affected in Senapati and Namdilong? Why is the authority not clearing this blockage? So, our key demands, the Kukizo Council call upon the Government of India and the Government of Manipur to, point number one, ensure impartial investigation and prosecution of all incidents of violence, including the killing of the 6 Naga hostages, 14 Kukizo civilians, and the burning of Kukizo villages. Point number two, the government should take firm and decisive action against militant groups responsible for attack on civilians, including NSNIM and ZUFK, and conduct comprehensive investigation into locations suspected of sheltering these outfits, such as Ireng Naga, Konsakul, Sikibung, Serekhong, and other identified areas. The government should end selective security operation and ensure that law enforcement action are carried out fairly, professionally, and without bias against any communities. The government should open all blocked routes in Naga-dominated areas and ensure unhindered access to healthcare services, food supplies, medicine, fuel, and other essential commodities for affected population. The government should restore public confidence by ensuring accountability within the administrative and security apparatus by protecting all vulnerable villages irrespective of ethnicity. The government should protect all villages. They should not be allowed to be burned or to be attacked. So in conclusion, over the past 3 years, the Kukizo people have suffered tremendously. We've been repeatedly attacked from both the Meitei and the Naga communities of Manipur. Our people have been killed, our homes looted and burned, our places of worship desecrated and burned, and tens of thousands are displaced from their home. Despite repeated appeals, this act of violence intimidation continues till today. In spite of all these challenges, the Kukizo people are open to dialogue. We are continually talking to the government so that there can be some kind of solution. So, in spite of the fact that the central government have installed a government in Manipur, the Kukizo people are still we continue to face attack, we continue to lose life. Our homes are still burned. So it indicates that we are not safe here in Manipur. That's why all these atrocities and tremendous hardships that we face indicated we can no longer live under a system that has consistently failed to protect our life, rights, and dignity. So the demand for a separate administration in the form of union territory and with legislature is therefore not merely a political aspiration, but it has now become a necessity born out of our experience and continued suffering. So we request the government of India to recognize the gravity of the situation and address not only the immediate security concern, but also the underlying political issue that have emerged through this prolonged conflict. Lasting peace, justice, and stability can only be achieved through a durable political solution to address the legitimate aspiration of the Kuki-Zo people and guarantee our security, identity, and future. Thank you.